Bobby, I've got to ask you because we are out of time. What evidence, if it could be presented, would convince you that Joe Biden just won in 2020? Is there such evidence, if anybody could show it to you, that would make you say, you know what, Biden won?
I think the evidence that would convince me that Biden won is if you said, Bobby, in your state of Illinois,
Yeah.
There's 8.9 million people registered to vote.
Okay.
And of those 8.9 million people, this is how many that were between the legal age to vote, 18 plus, and they exist in our society in the form of there was 6 million tax returns filed, or there was 150, like 500,000 Social Security checks paid into the state, or 200,000 COVID checks that were cashed. And if I can see the receipts of the economic activity of the state, of who's doing these votes, and it ties out to our federal tax receipts, our federal spend, because I'm not saying, I don't, if somebody's retired and they don't have a tax return and they still get government money, they still have a right to vote. So I'm all for this is how many received the check that voted. This is how many paid taxes that voted. And then if all of a sudden there's no record that they exist, economically speaking, that would put this to rest for me real quick. I'd be like, okay.
It seems we have all of that. That's strange. Listen,
no, but
Bobby,
we don't have it. We don't have it cross-referenced with the actual votes that take place in our system at the current time.
Is your assertion that Joe Biden didn't even really win Illinois? Is that what you're claiming?
I don't know if he won Illinois.
You don't know.
I know that he won. I could tell you right now that in Illinois, based on my research, there's well over 1.6 million fraudulent registrations in the state of Illinois at the present time.
Okay, but so you're saying that even Illinois, which was won by Democrats in 2016, 2012, 2008, 2004, 2000, etc., 1996. I mean, you're saying that those were all fraudulent, or just in 2020 the Democrat didn't really win?
I think that we need to look at all the elections going back at least 20 years since the machines entered the scene.
Oh boy. So you think maybe even like Bill Clinton's win in Illinois in 92 was fraudulent?
I didn't say that. We didn't have machines back then.
Oh, okay. 96? 1996?
The machines came in after this criminal by the name of George Bush. I believe he stole the election from Al Gore. In Florida with the hanging Chad incident.
But in 2000 and 2004, where Al Gore and Kerry won Illinois, even though Bush had the machines, you think those might have been fraudulent?
Hold on. The machines came in after the 2000 election.
Okay, so 2004.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that event where George Bush stole the election with the hanging Chad incident with his brother, who was the governor at the time, Jeb Bush. That ushered in these machines, and I think ever since these machines have come online, I think it makes it easy to possibly manipulate and steal elections across the whole ticket. Okay. And look, the math will show it. I'm very happy. I will send you all of my stuff, and it's all going to be presented tomorrow. I have I think about 300 plus people coming tomorrow. I invited the press to be there.
Good.
I will open it up for peer review, and people that love math and statistics, they can look at it themselves and see what I'm talking about. And
love it.
If you wanted to talk about it after, you go through it and pick it apart.
Allow me to do that. Yeah, I will take a look at it, and then we will go from there. And, Bobby, I have a feeling you're going to take these beliefs to your grave. I don't think you'll ever be disabused of any of these thoughts. I don't think the evidence really matters.
I think that I think that what will play out, but this is what I do. Can I just say this?
Yeah.
When this plays out the way it's going to be meant to play out.
Yep.
My biggest hope about this whole thing is that when you have a difference, or I have a difference, and who we back that goes in, to run for office, that your vote is not diluted one iota and my vote is not diluted.
Beautiful.
And right now, I don't think either one of us, I do not have any confidence that my vote is not being undermined in some way, or your vote might not be undermined in some way. And so I will continue to work to get that solved, because at the end of the day, we're all Americans first.
We
And
are.
I
And
don't care about the left. Look, the godfather of my son
yep.
is a huge Democrat. I think he actually, he calls Pelosi his girl when he was living out there. He's an airline pilot, and he's the godfather. Last year, I love the guy. I've known him over 20 years. We disagree, but we both want it to be fair. And I think at first he was skeptical. I've sent him information over the past year. He sees it. He's more open-minded to seeing if it truly is taking place. But the reality is in my state of Illinois, they're both in on it, folks. Both the Republicans and the Democrats are doing this to us. And I don't think it was just in 2020. I think it goes back at least 2 decades.
All right. Well, we're going to look at all of it. We've been speaking with Bobby Piton, who is running for U.S. Senate in Illinois.